In her Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok accounts, Carrie Walls presents herself as a normal nail artist with bright colors, fresh sets, and casual nail art tutorials. But her content is never really about her nails, because Carrie has built a bad reputation for going live and begging strangers for money.
I can't work. I'm not supposed to. I don't have any friends. I don't have any money. I don't have anything. Go to the movies or something so I can get out the house. I've been stuck in the house for months.
And when she's not asking for handouts, Carrie is often caught up in shady deals.
I don't know nails. If y'all think $80 is crazy for a pair of these. Of acrylic butterfly nails? And they're reusable? No, y'all sound crazy.
Look, so Carrie Walls, here's my proof that I ordered nails and I paid you and you never sent them to me.
For a long time, it worked, and she got what she wanted, until people saw right through her scams.
Carrie Walls is now taking payment for the nails and then just cutting off her live and then scamming people.
But to understand how Carrie found herself here, we have to go back to where it all began. Carrie first started gaining attention on TikTok in 2022 at the age of 29, where she introduced herself as a nail artist with a friendly persona. Early on, her videos took off fast. She built a following of over 100,000 people by posting flashy nail content and calling everyone her baby.
Hi, my babies. I'm so glad you came over here, y'all. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support.
Which made fans feel personally connected to her. As one fan put it, "You're gorgeous, talented, and I love your style." And instead of using TikTok Shop like most creators, Carrie chose to sell her nails directly through TikTok Live.
400, and that's a good deal for these. They're so beautiful. They're really, really cute.
At first, nothing seemed strange, but the way she handled payments raised red flags because she insisted customers send money through PayPal using the friends and family option. That mattered, because payments sent that way can't be refunded. So when buyers received nails that looked nothing like what they expected, there was no way to get their money back. And it didn't stop there. Carrie also ran her sales using a pay-to-see setup, meaning that customers had to send money before they were even allowed to see which nails they were buying. Not a fair deal, is it? Still, people kept buying as Carrie looked like another online success story, and many wanted to support her. "Hello, your live broadcast is great. Can I be friends with you? I will always support you." But as her audience grew, her content began to change. Her live streams slowly stopped being about nail art and turned into non-stop begging sessions, where she repeatedly asked viewers to send her money directly.
Please, can someone loan me 40? I'll pay you back.
Or buy her nails on the spot. And if people hesitated to buy, she didn't just move on. She called them out by name, shamed them, and guilt-tripped them for not supporting her.
Y'all, don't make it seem like you want nails right now. Please don't do that. Okay, look, well, just message me when you can buy. Don't make it seem like you're trying to buy right now. Why do y'all do that?
What once felt friendly and fun started to feel uncomfortable and aggressive, and her fans noticed it. Drops that baby act real quick. This is exactly why she doesn't have a job, her attitude. Yet those who bought products from her were not lucky either, as customers complained that what they ordered was nothing like what was posted on TikTok. Instead of the shiny, picture-perfect nails she promised on live streams, many customers opened their packages to pure disappointment. The nails were often broken, the wrong size, or just cheaply made. Some were glued unevenly. Others looked rushed, with messy designs, scratches, or chips already showing. For the unlucky buyers, nothing showed up at all. Orders simply disappeared with no explanation. And when customers tried to ask where their packages were, Carrie rarely gave clear answers. She dodged questions, blamed shipping, or flat out claimed the buyer was lying, and blocked anyone who persisted.
Don't judge me. I knew better. But I got scammed by Carrie Walls.
One unlucky customer had this to say: "She blocked me on Insta because I asked questions for my sister-in-law who wasn't getting on social media because she just had a baby, and I wanted to surprise her with nails. Just need to get info on what she needed. I told Carrie this in her live, and she got mad when I said I would buy when I got all the info together. Then her and the people in the live started attacking me because I acted like I was gonna buy when I said from the start I wouldn't be purchasing that day. I got blocked when I asked her to stop attacking me. That attitude carried over into her customer service, which only made things worse. See, most small businesses see complaints as feedback, a chance to fix mistakes and earn trust. Carrie treated them like personal attacks. Anytime someone spoke up about missing orders or bad quality, she accused them of being trolls who had never bought anything. Even when customers showed screenshots, PayPal receipts, and clear timestamps, she still denied responsibility. Rather than admit she messed up or failed to deliver, Carrie chose the easier route. She painted herself as the victim and pushed the blame onto everyone else. Something that made these angry customers discourage others from buying from her.
Carrie Walls is now taking payment for the nails and then just cutting off her live and then scamming people, not sending them the product, not answering them, just going MIA like she always does. For a while there, though, she was sending out product. I mean, the product was a good product, but now she's back to her old antics again, guys, and taking payment and blocking, because that's what Carrie Walls does best. So beware, do not order nails from Carrie Walls.
Or as one Reddit user put it, she's definitely a scammer. She never sends nails. She always buying new crap with y'all's money. Don't get got. And another said, she's such a piece of trash. Lying scam artist. It's funny that people on TikTok make fun of people from Ohio and say only in Ohio when they should be saying only in Kentucky. Carrie Walls is the biggest example of spoiled rotten child that's never grown up, and she just expects her followers to send her money for her habits. She's done nothing but treat her followers like trash by acting like she provides a service making and selling nails, and she pockets the money and never sends them. Then when they ask for money or nails, she tries to borrow more money, and when she realizes they won't give her anything else, she blocks them. Karma's a bitch, and so is Carrie Walls, a 32-year-old still living with her parents, getting disability checks monthly from the state and food stamps, and her mama JoJo is no better. She's a scammer on TikTok, begs for money and donations every day too. Yet, failed deliveries and poor customer support were not her only red flags, because there was the pricing, which only made the situation look worse. Carrie's nails weren't just average in quality, they were wildly overpriced. Other independent nail artists charged fair prices that matched their skill and materials. Carrie, on the other hand, demanded premium rates for work that didn't come close to justifying the cost. But the high prices were only part of the problem. After a sale was already done, she often added new charges out of nowhere. Shipping suddenly cost more, supplies were running out, or she claimed she just needed a little extra money to finish the order. Customers who had already paid felt boxed in. They sent more money, not because they wanted to, but because they hoped it would finally get their order delivered. And this manipulation tactic followed the same pattern every time. As Carrie leaned hard into her online persona as a struggling, unlucky creator just trying to survive. She talked about her hardships constantly, framing extra payments as small favors.
I have schizophrenia, I have social anxiety, I have really severe depression. I have a lot of things that I do not talk about on here, y'all. I go through shit on a daily, okay? On a daily. Oh, get a job, do this, do that. Bitch, you don't know my situation. You think I wouldn't have one?
This wasn't just marketing, it was emotional leverage. By presenting herself as broke and desperate or going through a lot, she made buyers feel guilty if they refused to send the additional money she asked for.
Like, mental health is for real. Like, it's serious, okay? Be blessed you don't have it. Be blessed you don't have it. You're very blessed.
The same pattern played on all her socials, where she handled sales outside her TikTok account. Buyers would message her, agree on a price, and send the money, thinking the deal was done. Then the excuses would start as Carrie tried to squeeze every dollar she could from her customers. For customers who just wanted the nails they already paid for, it became an exhausting cycle. They were constantly pressured to send more money, with no real guarantee they'd ever receive what was promised in the first place. Perhaps Carrie thought that this would go on forever, and at first, people who called her out often lacked solid evidence to prove that they had been scammed. Until some with evidence began speaking out. In 2022, a woman named Stacy, known on TikTok as I Don't Claim You, ordered a set of nails from Carrie and waited over a month without receiving anything. When she finally asked for an update, Carrie claimed her mother had fallen ill and said that was the reason the order hadn't been shipped. At first, the excuse sounded believable, but Stacy quickly noticed a major problem. Her order had been placed more than a month before Carrie's mother was ever hospitalized. It became clear that Carrie was using her mother's health as a cover story instead of owning up to the delay. She had done this with many cases before by leaning on sympathy rather than honesty. It wasn't a one-time excuse either. It was a pattern. Emotional manipulation to quiet customers, stall refunds, and keep their money. However, this was not the only time Carrie used her mother's health as an excuse to avoid accountability. One recent incident happened in 2025 and involved a TikTok user named @mommyof299 who decided to share her experience with Carrie. In her video, she showed that the nails she received were not the ones she had ordered. But this wasn't someone being picky or looking for problems. It was another clear case of Carrie sending the wrong product. What made this situation stand out was how calm and reasonable the customer was. In her video, she didn't attack Carrie or accuse her of scamming. Instead, she politely explained the mistake and simply asked for the correct nails to be sent. She gave Carrie a fair chance to fix the issue and do the right thing without any drama. But that's where the deeper problem showed itself. A wrong order could be corrected in minutes, but instead, it became another example of a business built on avoiding responsibility.
Hi guys, so if you know this package, then you know I got a set of nails from Carrie Walls. I will not go into the full story right now. My baby's complaining.
Hope? Girl, you better get a backup from what I've read. Because of course, Carrie did nothing to fix the situation, which sadly has become exactly what people expect from her. When the customer tried to confront Carrie directly during one of her live streams, Carrie didn't address the issue at all. Instead, she blocked her. That single move said everything. Rather than acting like a responsible business owner, Carrie chose the easier option: silence the customer, cut off communication, and pretend the problem never existed. But being blocked didn't stop Mommy of 299. If anything, it pushed her to speak out even more. She shared screenshots of her Instagram messages which exposed yet another example of Carrie's manipulation. At first glance, the messages looked normal enough. Carrie responded with her usual sweet and reassuring tone after being told the wrong nails were sent. She told the customer not to worry and promised that the correct set would be mailed out soon. Reasonable, right? But for anyone familiar with Carrie's history, this was just another empty promise.
These are not the nails that I ordered. I got LV-inspired nails, but not with the Hello Kitty and all that shit. And they didn't fit anyway. So, it says here that she will fix it, and it was the mailman's bad, and blah, blah, blah. Not the fact that she just puts nails in a freaking...
As more time passed, it became obvious the nails were never coming. Mommy of 299 had been clear from the start that she needed them for a specific event, which made timing important. Carrie knew this, yet instead of being honest, she kept dragging things out with excuse after excuse. The most serious one came when she claimed her mother was in the ICU. At one point, the issue stopped being about a missing order and turned into a personal tragedy Carrie used to shut the conversation down entirely. After this update, those who were following her story did not hold back from expressing their anger towards Carrie. Same thing happened to me. She's blocked me on IG. Just avoid her at all costs. I just don't know why she's allowed to do this. TikTok does nothing. I got scammed by her. This is literally exactly what happened to me. This makes me so angry. So she's just getting money and maybe sending them random nails. How hasn't she gotten in trouble for this? No reason for people to still be buying from her, to be honest. No way y'all haven't seen all the warning videos. What made this situation even worse was how the customer responded. She didn't push back or accuse Carrie of lying. Instead, she showed real empathy, expressed concern, and chose to let the issue go. This showed just how much patience and goodwill Carrie's customers often give her, even when they're the ones being mistreated. But as usual, that kindness was taken advantage of. For @Mommy of 299, the breaking point came later, when she joined one of Carrie's live streams and calmly asked about the nails again. She wasn't rude, she wasn't aggressive, she simply asked for clarity. In response, Carrie denied everything in front of her audience, acted like the situation never happened, and publicly discredited her own customer. Then, just like she's done so many times before, she ended it the same way. She blocked her.
Blah. So, Carrie Walls, here's my proof that I ordered nails and I paid you and you never sent them to me. And on your live a couple days ago when you blocked me, when I told you that I didn't get the correct nails, you were like, no, that's bullshit. There would be videos on TikTok and blah, blah, blah. There is. And here's the receipts. So, there you go. And for everyone who doesn't believe everything is there.
These cases highlighted several of Carrie's repeated behaviors that many had seen in other stories. And as more people came forward, it wasn't just the excuses being questioned anymore. The actual quality of the nails themselves was now under heavy criticism too. Reddit quickly filled up with posts from unhappy customers who said the nails they received looked nothing like what they ordered. One user even uploaded photos of her set, and the reaction was brutal. The nails looked tacky, poorly made, and completely off from the original design she had paid for. That post opened the floodgates. Comment after comment piled on, with people pointing out how unprofessional the work looked and how easily the nails seemed like they would fall apart. The boos are completely different and rough. I believe she fully made these ugly MFers. You can always tell the difference when she actually does nails versus buying already made. Her work is garbage. This, she never gets nice crystals or gems. They look so cheap and tacky. Terribly ugly AF nails, and the most she did was glue a couple things to them or added top coat. Still really atrocious. At that point, it stopped being about personal taste, as many users agreed these nails looked straight up unhygienic. Concerns about cleanliness started spreading fast, with people calling out Carrie for unsafe and unsanitary products, as most received their products with a strong scent of cigarette. Or as one disappointed customer angrily asked, is she smoking and touching nails because WTF? She always does. I've seen her do this one time, at least 10 times. Those nails gotta smell. And another one confirmed this by saying, they do. Made the mistake of getting nails from her once, and they reeked of cigarettes and the perfume she used to try and cover it, LMAO. These poor hygiene concerns were later confirmed when clips from Carrie's live streams began spreading online. In one video, she showed the corner of the room where she kept her nail supplies, and what viewers saw was alarming. The space was cluttered, messy, and clearly dirty. Supplies were dumped into a corner of what looked like an unclean room, with no sign of sanitation or care. For critics, that footage was the final nail on the coffin. From here, no matter how much Carrie tried to brush off her critics as jealous trolls or haters, her endless scams and constant begging for money made one thing clear. She wasn't a struggling, misunderstood small business owner. She was someone who built her entire brand on lies, shortcuts, and straight-up fraud. Perhaps if Carrie Walls had at least delivered her already overpriced nails and stayed away from constant begging and shady business, who knows, maybe she would have been a successful businesswoman. Because otherwise, people will always look at her as a scam queen who does not care how her fraudulent behavior affects her victims.